Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. When I received these K21 Tube Lights from Weeylite last year, I didn't know how to review them. They sent them to me, no strings attached, I think around third quarter last year, so that was September. Wow, almost a year. They just wanted me to use it and review it. But I already had a Nanlite Pavotube ecosystem in place for my studio and then for shooting outdoors, and I felt that this was redundant. So for the longest time, I sat on this review for weeks, no months on end, not knowing how to attack such a video. Well, until now. What's up, Gearheads? Welcome back to Hammerhead Gearhead. Noel here, your host for the past 2 years. Conservation, wildlife, and adventure photographer. And if you haven't seen my work, check it out on Instagram, Noel Guevara Photo. And also, if you haven't yet as well, please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to show me how much you love me. Speaking of loving me, sounds so wrong. I got my first super thanks a few weeks back for a video I did 2 years ago for the Peak Design wash pouch. Check it out here. And I got super thanks from Western Air. So thank you very much for that appreciation and that affirmation, I would say. Really warms my heart. And for all you guys who are tuned in, who want to show their support as well, super thanks is right here. Thank you. So what I said in the intro is true. When Weeylite sent me, or Viltrock sent me this K21 last year, I just didn't know how to produce a video or a review out of it. I felt like, okay, it's another tube light and the market is saturated with them. And these lights, just like all the others, are made for video, TikTok, studio, and photo. That's how they're positioned. So how will I make a review that cuts above the rest, right? So I sat on it until I found a purpose. And what purpose, you ask? I'm glad you asked. And that is for streaming. So I started a show called Watch Me Work, where I do live demos of me editing photos. So it's 30 to 45 minutes long, 45 minutes mostly. And the K21 lights are on my right and on my left, giving me this beautiful edge light. So I'll get into the setup in a bit. Let's go into the specs and features of this light first. So the K21 measures 30 centimeters or around 11.8 inches and is 4 centimeters in diameter. Now, it is advertised as weighing 270 grams, but here, as you can see in real life, it measures or weighs around 293, 295 grams. And finally, it retails for $69.99. So what comes with the K21 when you buy it? Let's look inside the box. So here it is. It's I really like the packaging. Actually, it's very simple. It's just white and green. And what is inside it? Nothing much, actually. You have the tube itself here. It's magnetized there, and USB cable, which I hastily put back together. I apologize. And it's stuck on the other side though. So there you go. Just manual and some QA thing paper, and yeah, that's it. Sorry, it looks really messy, but there's really nothing much to show. All right, let's get into the meat of it and dive into the features. So the Weeylite K21, just like most tube lights, are magnetized for easy mounting on metal surfaces and features mounting screw points at both ends. At the back, it has an OLED display that has a very cute bye-bye message when you turn it off. For its CCD function, it goes all the way from 2500 Kelvin to 8500 Kelvin. As for HSL, it goes from 0 all the way to 360. For the strength of light, it's marketed as 8 watts or 670 lumens. And finally, it has 29 different options for lighting scenes. The K21 also comes with a Weeylite app. And this is actually one of the most wonderful things about this tube light. And finally, the Weeylite K21 has a battery life of 60 minutes and a charging time of 3 hours. Alright, let's get to the best part, which is a head-to-head between the Weeylite K21 on the left and the Nanlite Pavotube II 6C here on the right. In terms of size, the Weeylite is 30 centimeters long, which is 11.8 inches, and 4 centimeters in diameter. The Pavotube, on the other hand, is 25 centimeters or 8.8 inches and 3.8 centimeters in diameter. So you get more light in terms of physical size from the Weeylite K21. As for the color temperature range, the Weeylite K21 goes from 2500 to 8500 Kelvin, while the Pavotube only goes from 2700 Kelvin to 7500 Kelvin, making the Weeylite K21 a clear winner. As for actual weight, so I weighed them again, the Weeylite K21 is 295 grams and the Pavotube is 256 grams. Obviously, lighter is better, so the Pavotube wins. As for ratings, they are both rated at 97 for TLCI, making it a clear draw. As for the strength of light, the Weeylite K21 has 8 watts and the Pavotube II 6C tops up at 6 watts. Here, the K21 wins. As for lighting scenes, the Weeylite K21 has a whopping 29 scenes, while the Pavotube II 6C only has 15. In terms of build, both are made of hard, high-quality plastic, so it's a draw. As for apps, the K21 has the Weeylite app, and the Pavotube II 6C has the Nanlite app. As for mounting options, they both have mounting screws at the ends, and similarly, they are both magnetized at both ends. As for battery life, it's a tie at 1 hour for each, but in terms of charging time, it takes 3 hours to fully charge the K21 and only 2.5 hours to charge the Pavotube. Now, when it comes to price, the K21 retails at $69.99 and the Pavotube comes out at $89.99. In terms of package contents, the K21, as mentioned before, only comes with this USB-C cable, while the Nanlite comes with a wrist strap and this really cool pouch, and also this magnet that helps you mount it, and a USB-C cable that I can no longer find. And to sum it all up, the clear winner in this head-to-head is the Weeylite K21, which came as a big surprise and completely blew me away. Alright, so let's see how the K21s fit in this live stream set that I've set up. So obviously, this is framed and blocked and lit to highlight me working on the photos that I'm showing to the audience, to the live audience. So I have my keyboards here, my Wacom here, my workstation, and my LG 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, which I also made a review that you can see here. No, here, there. And right in front of me is a Nanlite 14-inch ring light. So it's my key light. And I kind of went overboard with the lighting here. So on my right, I have my K21 in cyan. So let's pull that out. Can you see it? There. And then on my left, I have another K21 in purple. So it's giving me that really nice, as you can see, neon look. Neon edge light, right? And right behind me are two 15C Pavotubes lighting from Nanlite, lighting my background. And then finally, I have a Godox 60 giving this hair light right here. So how many lights do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 lights, man. But that's the point. That's the point of, that's what I wanted when I was lighting this setup. Because of course, it could get mundane and it
could get tiresome just watching me edit my work. So I really wanted to spice up the lighting and the colors. I wanted to make it more appealing, visually appealing. Oh, I forgot. I also have a Nanlite Pavo bulb right here. Right. So the amazing thing about these K21s is that, of course, I can use the app, right? So here's the app. Let's turn them on. And I will now screen record this. All right. Let's record screen. Okay. So I have assigned one as A. There. And I have the other one set as B. As my B light. Right. So I could actually just turn one off. Like so. And turn the other one off. Like so. Right. And then I can turn it on and on again. So there is really no delay so much. I can actually do it live. And then I could change the colors as I see fit. So the cyan I can change to red. As you can see the reflection right here. And I can always go back to cyan after. So it's an amazing configuration and app. It's very, very simple. Of course, there are scenes as well, but this allows me to do, to do my live streams and have a lot of options for lighting for each episode and even during the live stream itself. And absolutely love these Weeylite K21s right now and how they fit and contribute to making my show that much better.
Okay, so what are the strengths of this Weeylite K21? I'm actually going to read my notes right here. So the dimensions, well, first, because it's bigger than the Nanlite Pavotube, that is a plus because this is 2 inches longer. But at the same time, it could be a con, could be a weakness actually, because some might want a smaller light. So it really depends on what you're going to use it for. Personally, for me, the more light, the better. And at the same time, the strength of the light at 8 watts, and this one is only topping out at 6 watts. So this is stronger, better for all types of shoots, especially at night. And of course, the color temperature range is a big plus for the K21. Although honestly, that difference between the Pavotube is really not noticeable. It's not that significant. The app, however, is very convenient for me. I would like to note that when I got the K21, I believe the Nanlite didn't have an app yet, or it was still in development, but the Weeylite K21 already had it. So this was so convenient to use, and I mean until now. So I don't need to get up off my seat or go back to the light. If I'm shooting from a different location a bit further off, I can just use the app. It also has great battery life at 1 hour, but at the same time, with a 3-hour charging time, takes a while. However, what I do is when I use this in the studio, I just keep it plugged in through the USB-C and connect it either to my FX line or straight to the plug. And finally, nothing beats the price at $69.99 compared to $89.99 with the Pavotube. You can buy more of these with your budget, and that's basically how it works, honestly, for me, for studio setups. I like using more lights now, and with this price at $69.99, this is a clear winner for me because I can get more and light differently every time. As for improvements, I only have one, and that is Weeylite. Please make mounting options for the K21, because right now the only way I could mount this is using the mounting screws on both ends, and if ever, because it's magnetized, I can just put it up against a light stand. But remember, Nanlite has these, like for example, these clips that you could use for a C-stand and just a universal clip. And the thing is, I can't use this clip with the K21 because the K21 is actually bigger in diameter. So there is though one mounting option from Nanlite that I could use with this, but it would be great if Weeylite actually had its own. So for me, you have to consider that, because I don't know, are you thinking that we're just going to use this screwed on or magnetized on or handheld. No, we use this, or we will use this for a lot more things, and the more uses, the more convenient, you know, the more purchases. Okay, so we get to the verdict, and what do I think of the Weeylite K21? Honestly, I feel like it's an amazing product. That's why I'm making this review. No buts. Actually, well, if it sucked, I would say it also in the review. I mean, because it's longer, you have more light, you have more scenes, better color temperature range, and you can't beat the price at $69.99. You can do more. The app is okay, workable. I feel like the Nanlite has more features, but that is not a big deal breaker for me. And okay, here's the deal. If you're starting out and just getting a tube light, I suggest you go with a Weeylite. It becomes more complicated if you already have an ecosystem like a Nanlite ecosystem. But even then, for someone like me, I found a use for this. And again, it's also because of all the features against the price. Because more lights, more K21s means more stuff that I could actually do. All right, and that ends the review for the Weeylite K21. I hope you enjoyed it and learned more about this particular light. Again, if you haven't yet, please check out my Instagram, Noel Guevara Photo, and please like, subscribe, and slam that notification bell. And since you've already seen it in this video, I would also like to invite you to check out my weekly live stream show called Watch Me Work. So it's new, where I demo my photo editing processes across the different genres that I've shot, whether it's landscape, wildlife, portraits, and so on. It airs at 9 p.m. Philippine time, so just please do the computation for your own time zone. But I would love to see you there. I also, it's very interactive, so there you could post questions and so on, and I love it. It's a great opportunity for me to engage and talk to the community and meet everyone. So that's it. I'll check you in the next episode.